Okay, so let us start the RWD, responsive web designing. So prerequisite is just HTML and CSS is enough. So no need to learn the JavaScript here. No need of JavaScript also. Most of the developers thought that responsive web designing requires JavaScript also, but it's not like that. Only HTML and CSS is enough. Okay. First of all, let me show you a web page like this. So this is a desktop page. How it appears in the tablet, then the mobile. The same page, whatever you view on the desktop, so that will be same as that will be in different view in the tablet and in the mobile phone. Let me open the W3 scrolls in a mobile emulator. Let me open the emulator. Okay. If you can open the console, just toggle this. Toggle the toolbar. Just toggle this. Okay. So this is iPhone 6 in portrait landscape view, but not in portrait. Okay. iPad. There are different devices here. If you could not find your device here, you can just edit for height and width. This is the number of pixels, height and width. 768 by 1024. Width by height, and in the portrait, in the landscape view would be different. Okay.
Wait one.
I'll open the W3 tool here. Okay. Let me rotate this device. See how does it appear. Did you see that? The same website appears like this, like a desktop in the landscape view. When you rotate that to the portrait, it appears like everything the content adjusted to the screen. It just wrapped up according to the screen width, right? So this is called a responsive. So whereas this is a desktop view, so this is a smartphone view, and this is the tablet view. Okay, tablet view. So how can we achieve this type of designing? So how could be the one CSS rule can be behaved in different way when the screen get changed, the screen height and get, whenever we change the screen height and width, automatically the CSS rules will be applied onto the particular element. So how could we achieve that? So first we need to learn here, that is called viewport tag. While you're designing the responsive web pages, you should have to write the viewport meta tag here. Without writing the viewport meta tag, we cannot achieve the responsive designing here. Just look at here, a meta tag that which should be placed in the head section. The name is a viewport, the tag name is the viewport. Of course, meta tag and the name is the viewport. Okay, attribute value is viewport. Then the content. So the device width, and we are setting this zoom for the device width. So what should be the zoom is the 1.0. That is a default scale. I mean the default zooming for every web page. So when you'd like to go for the responsive designing here, so did you see here initial scale actually that sets to the zoom level. So the initial scale sets to the zoom for the device width. Okay, and it depends on the device, the screen zoom will be set to that. So here no need to worry about the like a vertical, I mean the height of the device. You should bother about the width of the device only. See, actually this is a responsive design. This is a responsive design. See that. How does it appears? Not here. Did you see here the screen? The same page, of course they have applied the responsive rules here, but it is not loading those rules. It just appears like how you can view on the desktop. But actually the mobile view is like this. This is the mobile first. This is not a mobile first. So when you are working on mobile first platforms, make sure the meta tag must be there, because the initial scaling zoom will be set to the 1.0. So this is when you apply the meta tag, viewport meta tag. If you don't apply the viewport meta tag, that would be like this. Even if you might have applied all the CSS rules, if you might have used the @media queries, everything, but if you don't apply the media query, I mean the meta tag, viewport meta tag, you'll not be getting the initial scaling. The initial scaling will be set by the viewport meta tag only, like this. Okay, so that's why the viewport meta tag is important. So without viewport meta tag, your view will be like this. When you are applying the viewport meta tag, the view, that this is the view. Okay, so that's why better to provide the viewport meta tag for responsive web designing pages. Okay, then what should you learn about after the meta tag means the grid section. This is very important, the grid section. These are the breakpoints. This is breakpoint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 means the half of the page or half of the div. Okay, so when you set that 12, that will be occupying the full width. If you set the 3, if the breakpoint is 3, the 3 breakpoint in the sense it occupies 30% of the available space. 6 means 50%. Okay, then 9 means 70%. 12 means the 100%. Okay, so totally we have 12 types of breakpoints here. Column, like we are going to set it as columns: column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6, like that. Okay, see here, did you see that? Let me take annotation tool. So this one, actually till here we have a div, maybe another list will be in the div. See, this is a div. So what is the width of the div means? That is 3. 3 means the div occupies here 30% of the screen space. Here also we have another div, a box, which would also be set to column 3. Column 3 in the sense, again it occupies 30%. So 30 here and 30 here. How much? 60, right? And the rest of the space will be occupied by the content part here. Okay, so 3 here and 3 here, total 6, and 12 minus 6, you'll be having 6 grids will be available in the middle section. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6. Already 3 breakpoints are occupied by the left, and 3 breakpoints are occupied by the right box, and middle we have the 6 breakpoints are available. So there we can display the content. Okay, now the same web page, it will be different view when the device get changes. So did you see here? They are given the 25% and 75%. So 25%, uh, like up to the 3, I think so. Yeah, exactly 3. So 1, 2 and 3. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 follows. Got it? So this is like how the column grid can be divided. Just go through the skeleton first. See, this is the body. The body will have a div, header part, which is called header. And the header, after the header followed by a row. Row contains a column. Okay. So what is the size of the column here? 3. For the column 3, what is the percentage they have given means 25%. Okay. Initially column 1 occupies 8.33%. Column 2 is double to that. And column 3 is 25%. Then column 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Completely when it comes to the 12, it occupies throughout 100% of screen. And column 9 is 75%. So based on that, the screen sizes are going to be, the div sizes are going to be different from one column to another column. So it's all purely depends on which breakpoint you are using at the time. Here it's column 3, right? So this is the div. The div consists an unordered list. And the column 3 div followed by a column 9. 9 plus 3, 12. So that's why it occupies, okay. So this is the 12, which occupies total 100% of the available space, right? Then, uh, so why these columns are happening at the same row? Actually, divs are block elements. Div elements are block elements. How would they appear at the same row? By the property float left. Can you see here? Float left. Here, what is a selector means? This is an attribute selector. The meaning of this attribute means it selects the class. Okay, it selects the class, the class attribute whose value consists of call hyphen. It selects the class attributes, the elements who has the class attribute and whose value is going to be column hyphen. So this is like pattern matching. Star is equal to, in the sense, it matches the call hyphen at anywhere. Okay, not exact value. Maybe like the value is like call hyphen. Do you know the SQL like operator? It matches based on the wildcard. So this is like a pattern wildcard. So based on this wildcard, it matches the wildcard at anywhere in the value. To the class value, anywhere it matches the call hyphen, then this style will be applied to that call left, the float left. So that's why by default, whenever you use the call hyphen to any div, the class name has call hyphen to the any div or any element, by default that will be floated to the left. That will form like a column. Okay. Just inspect this. So this is the div 9. Did you see there? Class star is equal to column applied to that, the float left. If I remove the float left, the column 9 will appear in the new row. When I apply the float left, it will be following the followed by the prefixes by the previous column. Okay, like that. So that's why the float left is important here while you're making the columns with the divs. Float left is very very important, and here the selector is an attribute based selector. So it chooses the attribute class and whose value consists of call hyphen. So of course the column 3 having a class, this div having the class attribute, and its value is going to be a call hyphen. It consists of call hyphen. Okay, contains call hyphen, and again this div also contains call hyphen. So wherever you have the value, the class value as a call hyphen, then the float left will be applied to that. Okay. Now let's play on this. For example, instead of call 3, if I use a call 4, what will happen? This left box, the first box, it will be occupying 33% of the screen space. Rest, how much percentage you have available? 33% is already occupied by the first box. And what is the available space for the second box? 33 in the sense the rest 67% will be available for the second box. But the second box actually, what is the breakpoint we have used for that? That is 9. 9 breakpoint in the sense the default width of the 9 means 75%. 75%, but actually available here is 67%. Then where the second box is supposed to be displayed? Obviously in the new row. See here. It will come to the new row because this is 9 width and this is 4 width. 4 means 33% change, I think so. And 9 width means 75%. 33 plus 75, it's more than 100%. So that's why still lack of available width here. The second box appears at the new row. Okay. Then how can you make the second row to be in the same line? Means by setting the column 8. Column 8 in the sense the previous column is 4 and the current column is 8. 8 plus 4, 12. Now then it appears at the same row. Okay, it's purely depends on you. If you are going to make two columns with equal width, make it as 6 6. Let me apply 6 6, column 6 here and column 6 here, equal width, half of the screen. Both are occupying 50% and 50% of the screen. Okay, if you want the first column to be acquired more than 70%, then apply 9 here, and the remaining 9, 12 minus 9, remaining we have 3. Then you can apply the 3 for the second column. It will be like this. Okay, if you'd like to get 3 columns, make another div, apply the class column hyphen. How would you want to apply that? If it is 3 is enough, then okay, fine. So just a line. So 3 3 3 3 3 3 means 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 3 9. Still we have 3 space left. So let the last column occupy for 6. Okay, now in the 50% of space, the first column and second column will be displayed, and rest of the 50% of the space will be acquired by occupied by the last column. Okay, so that's a problem of overflow. That's why you should have the overflow auto here. When you're using overflow auto, then there would be no issues, or else you can break the line. Okay, So it will be like this, 3 column. If you want to make 4 column, still you can do that. 3, class equal to column hyphen 3. So here we are making the 4 column. Something wrong. Yeah. So first column is 3, second column is 3, third column is 3, and fourth column is 3. 4 into 3, 12. 4 column. Okay. So did you understand the breakpoints? How to provide the breakpoints and everything? And here, no need to worry about the columns here. Just copy and paste, because every framework, every responsive framework will follow the same values. Okay. Same values will be in the Bootstrap framework or in the Metro framework. In the Metro is one of the Bootstrap framework. I mean the responsive framework. Okay, so in the Metro framework also you can use the same values. So wherever the responsive frameworks are there, the values will be same as like this. The breakpoint values will be same. So that's why you can just copy and paste this breakpoint values. Okay, and just go with the column and I mean the grid designing like this. So you know how to make the 4 columns. Of course, if you want to make the fourth column as a big column and the third column as a small, how can you manage that? Let me make the third column be 2. The third column is a column 2. The breakpoint value is 2. No, not to this one. Okay, 2, and make the last column. So what is the remaining breakpoints available for you? 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, and 8 means 12 minus 8, 4, still 4 left. Let the last column to acquire the remaining space. Okay, so columns can be in any different sizes. Like it's not there is no rule like every column should be in the same size like that. You can have it in different sizes. Of course, even the first column, if you want the first column and third column in the same sizes, you can make, you know. And there was some space left here at the right side. Let the last column to occupy that one also. Let me provide 5. Now 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. Now the first and third at the same width, and the second one is a different width. Last one, it's a largest column. Okay. So the grid structure would be like that. Okay. Now my question is here. Suppose if I might have used the column 9 or column 1 or column 2. Okay. Wait, just a second. Let me change. Just zoom in this. Did you see that the divs are getting narrow? The content is crossing over the boundaries. See there. So that is the issue with the normal designing. I mean non-responsive designing. Even if you might have used the percentages here, see still there is a problem. So whenever your screen size gets to this, I mean the screen width gets to this width, you need to make the content I mean only two rows in a column, but not three rows. Sorry, two columns in a row, but not four columns. Let me do one thing. I'll break these two. Let me remove the last two columns. Okay. So if there are only two columns per row, then better to make col 6 here, col 6. Now this is best readable. What about the rest of the columns? Better make them in the new row. That would be good, right? Let them float in the new row with 6 6 again. Now see. Yeah, of course you can read it now. Okay. If you want to get to the new line, make another div with a class row. Now just have a look at here. Okay. Now you can easily read the content. Okay, so whenever the screen changes, the screen width changes here. Now the screen width is very narrow, so that's why we cannot put four rows at a time. I mean four columns at a time. So better than we can display two columns. Better than rather than four columns, we can put two columns out there. Then that would be good. Good viewing we will be having. Okay. So for that, what I have did, I removed the two columns from the existing row and I copied it to the new row. But whenever the screen changes, do I need to manage the columns manually? So manually we are doing here the things. So how could it would be the automatic? How can you make it automatically? So whenever the screen width changes, how can you make only two columns in a row? How can you make single column at a row? And how can you make 3 4 whenever the device changes again, the device changes from the smartphone to the desktop again? How can you can display all the four columns at a time? Whenever the same page, if you might have opened on the mobile or tablet screen, how can you make them to those two columns at a row? So this is like responsive. These things are comes to the responsive. Now this is two columns in a row. You don't have any issues if it is any screen, but if your customer wants to view four columns in a row when he is viewing on the web page, I mean web desktop, viewing the web page on the desktop, then you should go for only throw four columns. The same page when if he opened on the smartphone or tablet, we should have to display only two columns because of the content that gets narrow and the workflow will happen automatically. So you should avoid the content workflow, and you should avoid the narrow divs. So don't encourage the narrow divs at any time. Okay, always it's better to break the content whenever the width changes. So that will be possible only by the media queries here. Okay, the thing comes here that is called media query. Let me open a media query. So a media query, this is like a function or a rule. Okay, it's a function or a rule that which accepts a parameter that is called width, max width, like that, and minimum width, max width, minimum width. So if the max width is 500 pixel means at what time the light blue color will appear for the body. By default the light blue will not be appeared. When the light blue color to the background, to the body, actually what we are applying, they're applying some background color to the body which is a light blue when the maximum width is 500 pixel. when the screen gets to the less than or equal to 500 pixel of width, when the screen width is less than or equal to 500 pixel, then to the body the background color light blue will be applied, otherwise no. Okay, just try. See right now, what is the standard body color here? It's light green. Okay, it's a light green color right now, but let me zoom in. Let me start the zoom in. I'm zooming the screen. Now the size is 606 by 453. Let's zoom in. Okay, still the width is 531 pixel. Now if I zoom in again, it will be less than 500 pixel. Then the light blue will appear automatically. Did you see that? Now the screen width is 440 pixel. So when it comes to the 440 pixel here, to the body, what the browser have taken? Light blue color. The browser have preferred the light blue color because the media query is asking the browser to load this color instead of the light green. That is the power of media query at the rate media. So media queries, without media queries, we cannot achieve the responsive designing. So depends on the screen width, it is going to working out. Let me give a value like 360px. If I run this program, still light green will appear even at 440 pixel. Okay, even at 440 you'll get the light green. Let me zoom in. It's 375. Now if you zoom in again, then it will be less than 360 for sure. So that is 327. At 327 the light green appears. I mean sorry, light blue appears. So that is the purpose of media query. Not only to the body, not only the background. You can change the width of the div. You can change the content, whether to be displayed the content here or not to be displayed. And you can make the position. You can you can change the positions, you can change the widths, you can change the height, you can change the content, everything. You can change everything according to the screen width. Okay. So then how can you add the breakpoints? At what time you can apply the breakpoint? Let us see. Let me load this. I'll open this responsive. Okay. So this is desktop view. Yeah. So you're already aware about these columns, breakpoints. Now get back to the media query once again. See. So what is this? At the rate media to only the screen. Okay. Okay. At the rate media only to the screen. And here what you are giving the maximum width as 768 pixel. Whenever the screen size is width is less than or equal to 768 pixel, every column width is going to be 100%. Did you see here? Every column. So what is the meaning of this attribute? It selects all the attributes, all the elements whose element is having the class attribute contains column hyphen value. If the class attribute contains a column hyphen value, it chooses the elements. Then it applies the width as 100% to all the elements whose class name contains, whose class name contains column hyphen. Okay, so when to all the columns the 100% width appears, when this rule will be applied, whenever the screen width is less than or equal to 768 px. Open the browser. Let me zoom in this. It's 150, 175. Yeah, now it's less than or equal to 765 pixel. Okay, see, actually this is the left div, this is center div, and this is the right div. This is right, and this is the left, and this is the center. Now all these divs will get the 100% width whenever the screen width is less than or equal to 768 pixel. See, the left div occupies 100%, center 100%, and the right one is also 100%, so that they appears one by one. Better readability in the smartphones, we need to make them align like this. What happens if I don't write the media query? If you don't have the media query, it will be like this, and the content gets narrow. See, is this the right way to display the content like this? And see the text here, is a paragraph. There is a paragraph actually that div contains here. See, how does it appears? This is not the right way to display the content, even at responsives. So that's why you need to write this and refresh, so that it appears at the new row. You can read the content easily and legibly. It will be good, right? Okay, and it's not that much difficult to remind the media. So at the rate media, and you have to use these keywords only, screen, and after the n it takes a parameter which is a max width or minimum width. It will be max width or minimum width. Okay, now let us do a breakpoint. We'll make our own breakpoint here now. That is for actually I just want to display, assume that we have four columns here. Let me place the fourth column. Four columns in a row I would like to apply. Let us make this as 3. Now 3, 3, 3, 3. Everyone is 3. First 3, second 3, third 3, and fourth 3. 4 into 3, 12. Now they'll appear at the same row. Okay, this is cool. Now when I zoom in the screen here, see, only one column appears, but I just want to display two columns at a time, but not one. Okay, I need to add the breakpoint where exactly. Actually the width is going to be here, two columns in a row means what I can apply, 50% is enough, right? So let us apply the width as 50%. So whenever the screen gets to the 768 pixel less than or equal to that, every column width is going to be 50%. Let me refresh. Okay, and zoom in this, see there. Now instead of one column we have displayed two columns, because we have so much space here left here, so much space left here for the first row also. If you don't want the menus to be occupied 50%, you can do one thing here. So what I'll do is I'll make a prefix call sm. Call sm in the sense, let me write the call sm here. Not here, not here. Okay. So what I'll do is call md with 50%. Okay. Then call just a second. Let it be like this. Already have the breakpoints, then no need to worry. Let's make it as column 2. Column 2 16%, but it occupying 50. No luck. Okay, I'll just copy them. Again, the same rules will be carried to the next, to the media query. Okay, let me copy and paste. So I'll add a prefix to this, md-1. Let me apply the md everywhere. Yeah, yeah. Now, so md in the sense medium screen. Okay, don't think different, like just a shortcut. I've written a shortcut here for medium screen md. So that means I need to apply this medium screen sizes whenever the screen width is less than or equal to 768 pixel. That's it. Yeah. Now call hyphen, let me apply the second class here, call hyphen md hyphen 2 or 3. Have a look at here. Actually it appears at 2 3 here, and the second column here, the second column, which is the city, the paragraph. Okay, this paragraph column should be occupied the rest of the space. That means 9. Actually that is 3, but call md hyphen 3, not 3, 9. Let us apply md 9. Did you see the breakpoint? So this is exactly the responsive breakpoints. Okay, and to the rest of the columns, let me apply column md 6. To this one also column md 6. Okay, breakpoint issue. Mm, this is okay, fine, but we have an issue here. Oh, okay, okay, I got it. Yeah, now let me zoom in. Okay, so 3 comma, this is 3 and this is 9. 3 plus 9, 12. That is cool. And what happened to this? Something wrong. These two are not floating. Why? 50%. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. 6, 6. Might be right. There's a issue. No. Something wrong here.